Too much of jalebi going on. This song was played not to tempt you guys, but to understand that we've all been sugar babies right from childhood. So I'm done with my cup of chai and donut. Just kidding. Me and donut are at the extreme opposite sides of the planet. But I hope you guys are done with your chai and nashta today because here you'll be seeing, I'll be sharing a lot of information about sugar that will change your mind and will actually make you rethink about what you've been doing all this while. So, for some of you who don't know me at all, I am integrative nutrition health coach Ankush from Ahar Shakti. Ahar Shakti is my marquee, which I just started a few years back. That's the power of food. And I have basically integrative means not just the food on your plate, that's nutrition I'm talking about. That's called secondary food. I'm also referring to primary foods on our plate, that is the food, the things that are besides the nutrition on our plate, like circle of life tools like career, your finance, your education, your home environment, your home cooking, your physical activities and spirituality, creativity, socializing, your relationships at home. All these play a major role, very important role in your lives besides the food on your plate. Together, primary and secondary go hand in hand, and that is the one which actually helps you lead a healthy life. If anything is imbalanced, you need to understand how to take care of it. And I help my clients help them with these kind of issues out. That's why I'm called an integrative nutrition health coach. I'm actually from a software background. Yes, software background, an MBA in finance. I was not content in my job. I liked my job a lot as such, but I was not too content about it. I started reading a lot about nutrition. I got completely intrigued and blown away, and I started enrolling myself in different various schools. And through these different schools that come from different thoughts, different principles, I learned a lot of different dietary theories and concepts. And I started implementing them on myself first. And I saw huge transformation in myself, and I loved it. And and when I finished my schooling, I started helping people out, I started coaching, and I saw bigger transformations and miracles in their health conditions. And I was so happy. And that's when I knew I wanted to become a health coach. I was made for it and I was born to do this. This is me. And I'm so passionate about it and I love it. And you can see it all in my videos, my work, what kind of work I do. You can visit my website, aharshakti.com, watch my YouTube channels, and you'll come to know what I'm up to daily. There are some kind of updates or the other on my social media platform. So let's get on to what we are here for. So what about sugar? What is it made of? I need to ask you because it's already shown on the screen. Sugar is basically a carbohydrate, and it's got carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen in it. And usually it comes in just two forms, mainly glucose and fructose. There are many more subforms like galactose, dextrose, mannose, and many more, which I will not cover up because there's so much more important stuff to be talking about. That's just the chemistry part of it, which I'm not too sure if you guys will, relate to it immediately, but there's something more important I'd like to share. So sugar has been has been given a lot of importance in our life. And we are always seeking out for sugary foods right from the time we are born. The mother's milk, the breast milk that contains a natural sugar, and the child is very, very addicted directly because of the natural sugars present in it. And given a formula milk or a breast milk, a child is always latched on to the mother's milk, which is superb for the baby. It's builds up its immunity also. This sugar will never harm the child as such. And obviously, day in and day out, as and when we grow up, we are living on breads and jams and baked goods and so many other items that are filled with sugar. Even the bread, yes, it contains, you may not think the ingredients in the bread will not show you, but definitely a part of it, sugar is required for the sugar to feed on the yeast, which is added to the bread for it to rise. So there you go. You will get sugar in every aspect of your life. Sugar is used mainly as a preservative to preserve your goods. Without it, the foods are dead. They will not last on the shelf, and the manufacturers and distributors will not be able to sell their products without anything that is in sugar form. I'm talking about the added sugars here, not the natural sugars here. So you've understood that sugar is a carbohydrate here. Very, very important. Pay attention because I'm going to be asking you certain questions. Please take a pen and paper, write down the points that I'm sharing, important ones, because these will be embedded in your mind. And this will be very, 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 very helpful to you in the future. So this is what you're seeing in the video is about how ants are also feeding on sugar, totally addicted and filled with toxins and chemicals that they keep coming back, like the human beings, always feeding on sugar. So are the ants too. Blood sugar. All of us keep hearing about it, about the blood sugar, right? So it's also called blood glucose. It is the amount of glucose that has been circulating in our bloodstream. And so what happens is mostly after a meal, that too a meal rich in carbohydrate, always will spike up your insulin levels. If you're having a protein related or a fat related meal, it won't spike up so much the way it would when you're having a very big, hearty, especially a carbohydrate meal. It will also spike up in times of high stress or if you're ill. And when does it tend to go down? When you're fasting, when you're skipping your meals, when you're resting, when you're sleeping, or you're doing a vigorous exercise routine. That's the time it dips down low. And to adjust this, to regulate this, we have a couple of hormones which you must have heard of. One is insulin and the other is called glucagon. So what does insulin do? It's a hormone that will secrete into your blood sugar levels, and they can go high also, which leads you to a condition called hyperglycemia. Okay, just remember a few of these words. Insulin is a very, very important keyword here. It helps you, in balancing your sugar also. And there is glucagon hormone also, which is, it appears or it gets secreted when your blood sugar is low and leads you to a condition called hypoglycemia, which is stored, the extra sugar is also stored in your liver, fatty liver, and is used as and when it's required. And basically, these two hormones help you regulate your insulin levels and your blood sugar levels as such. How many have you noticed that you experience an afternoon crash or the need for a nap, kind of specifically after an afternoon meal? You can put up in the chat box if you want to, so that I can understand. I'm not able to see the chat box. Anyone? Yes, if your sugar levels are low, hypoglycemia could also be a problem, where you'll always feel groggy, foggy, absolutely low on energy. Yes, Ritika, everyone gets the sugary craving. All of us do, including me. How we can handle them in a very different way is what I'm going to show you. Yes, it can, Pradeep. Definitely agree. Pradeep is an expert also here. All right, so we'll move on to the next one. Blood sugar. There are certain food items like your maida or your biscuits, your cookies, or even a white rice kind of thing, which will, it gets digested and absorbed more quickly than the other foods, which are whole foods, which take time to digest, which are slow in digestion and does not spike your insulin levels. But there are these kind of foods which will do. There's a long list of them. I would love to share, but it's going to take a long time to do it. So these kind of things will help you even gain weight if your food is getting digested too quickly and it's not staying in your body for long. But then how do you prevent this? How do you prevent your blood sugar to not spike up? Well, there are lovely foods, natural foods that we have. One is the whole grain food. Those are called whole foods. Basically, eating these organic foods along with the skin, which are loaded with vitamins and minerals. Absolutely, rather than buying processed or canned foods or preserved foods. Then we have our very own vegetables, fruits, which are again loaded in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, fibers, legumes, dals, bhajis, our very own low carbohydrate vegetables. We can have that also. And just have a simple regular meal, which is absolutely home cooked. That also makes a big difference. Your meals, if they are balanced in the right way, the macronutrients, that's the carbohydrates, try to keep them as low as possible. I'm not saying go completely off carbohydrates, but keep it as low as possible. Like have your vegetables as much as possible, like probably even 7 to 10 cups a day will be fantastic. You go moderate on your proteins, whether it is plant-based or not, but obviously I would rather go for something which is plant-based and natural, which has got more fiber, since I'm myself am following a plant-based nutrition. There's no problem in going high on fats, because fats do not spike your insulin compared to a carbohydrate. It will not even spike your insulin compared to a protein as such. And fats, I'm not saying keep eating it all day long. Eat it again in a proportion. And if you're physically active, it digests beautifully. And fats are very, very important for everything, even your joints, even for your skin, for your mobility, for a lot of other things also. So make sure, don't be scared of having the fats, the right kind of fats and the good fats. For example, coconut oil, apna desi coconut is very, very good for us. And anything which is slowly digested also reduces the amount of glucose. So these kind of fiber-rich food items, whole grains, whole meals, whole foods, plant-based, everything will reduce the amount of glucose and will not spike it in your system. And foods that cause a spike in your blood sugars are high glycemic foods. Absolutely. So there is a chart which is available online. Look at the chart and see the foods that are high in glycemic in nature, and try to avoid them if possible. Otherwise, just try going out for the low, especially if you're diabetic. Please try looking out for this kind of a chart. And there's a glycemic load also, which also helps you in identifying the quantity of actually the carbs in that kind of food item. When we talk about sugar, we see different kind of sugars. One is a natural kind and one is the added kind as such. Right? So natural is obviously, most of us are aware that it comes through our whole foods, our vegetables, our fruits, and the added sugars are always processed and never natural in nature. For example, you take our very own apple. It is a fruit which contains a natural sugar called fructose, versus the apple juice, which is processed. And definitely the people who are packing these apple juices in Tetra packs, they don't advertise that. They always advertise, they say that there's no sugar in them. But these are all hidden sugars which they will not let you know about. Otherwise, the apple juice will not last at all. It will be absolutely bitter to taste and absolutely not worth it and will die. So anything that you need to preserve has to have sugar in it. That is why our moms used to always put sugar in our mango pulps and strawberry pulps to store it in the refrigerator and remove it, so that the shelf life of the food increases. So even to natural foods, people are adding sugar to maintain its life. You see how dangerous sugar can be. So natural sugars again found in your fruits and vegetables, which are again loaded with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber, and will not spike your insulin level. Yes, and they fill you up so nicely because of the fiber in it. And automatically you start eating less portion, quantities go down. This is the advantage of having natural sugars. And for example, bananas, when they become black, you need not throw them out in the dustbin or give it off to someone. Just peel it off, refrigerate it in your freezer in a seal bag, and use it in your smoothies or desserts. It will be high in sugar, yes, but definitely it is a natural sugar. So use it as and when you require. And if you're a very physically active person, you can put it in your smoothie. In your
Ma'am, you need to unmute yourself. We can.
Sorry, can I start again from the added sugar part? All right. So added sugars you'll find in all of your sugary drinks. There's not even one single drink I found which is without sugar, except for our very own water or the Nimu Pani that we make at home without sugar. Everything is sugar based, your grain based desserts, cookies, biscuits, your cakes, your savories, your mithais, your sauces, your dips, and your candies. Name it, everything on earth has got sugar. You can't run away from it, you have to face it. So these added sugars are always higher in calories, but have lower or no nutritional value at all. And they don't give you any benefit. So why are we even having them? Because it's an addiction to our brain. A brain is rewarding it again and again. The more sugar you have, the more the brain is saying, keep it coming, keep giving me more sugar. So that's why you don't get any benefit from it. There is no fiber in it, in the sugar, unlike the natural ones. And you will never feel full when you're having sugary foods from outside. It'll always tell you, like, okay, even after eating a croissant or two croissants, and then after an hour again, you will feel hungry and say, like, I need more food, but you just say two croissants. That croissant is not digested and you're moving on to the next meal. This will not happen if you're having wholesome, fibrous, naturally added sugar meals. It's very important to distinguish between the two and what will spike your insulin and what will not. There are lots of things that are coming up ahead. You will understand it better. And when you see some items like on baked goods or breads, you see an ingredient written on this called wheat flour. And you think, अरे ये तो आटे में बना है, ये गेहूं का बना है, it could be healthy. No, it actually means it's refined wheat flour. That means it's maida. So if it's wheat flour, they should actually write whole wheat flour on the print, which people don't do. Even wheat could spike up your insulin, where unless it's gluten-free wheat, it's called khapli wheat or emmer wheat. Absolutely. But preference is always given to something which is gluten-free, which does not spike the insulin that much. So please keep a lookout for that. And if there's anything you want to know about this particular thing, please put in the chat box. Else I can keep moving on to the next one. Can everyone hear me, right? Has everyone heard about HFCS, high fructose corn syrup? This is the deadliest sweetener used by most of the food manufacturers to sweeten the beverage because it's easily available, it's easily made, and it is very, very cheap. So the price of the product does not go up. And this is a major contributor to obesity and diabetes. Nowadays, I'm seeing it a bit lesser in certain products, but it's yet being used, especially in cereals. Also, UK has banned this completely. You must have heard of MSG, monosodium glutamate, also how which is used in the Chinese food to add to the flavors. How that is also harmful. Similarly, high fructose corn syrup (HFCS). If you see that, please keep it away, trash it, junk it. Do not use it. They're very high on calories, and there's no nutrient density to it. It will only bring up your sugar levels and increase your fatty livers, and it will harm you in the long run. You're enjoying it now, but what about your future? You're damaging your future by using products like this. So please keep a lookout for this particular thing. High fructose corn syrup. I'm not saying don't use any sugar at all. You have to use, as I said, you will find sugar everywhere in every nook and corner. Everywhere you go, you'll see sugar, 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 but it could be in a natural form. Yes, when we're traveling, when we're out in restaurants, in our shadis, marriages, we will have to some way or the other eat that kind of sugar. But how to go about it is up to us. And how we deal with it is all up to us. So as a coach, I help people deal with those things also. I give them ideas and concepts and how to travel with food and how to, carry things along with you, how to leave the house and how to procure things from outside. What are the alternatives that you get? So, what basically sugar does to our body is mainly is it can create memory deficits like Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease. A bit of dementia can also be set in, especially if you're diabetic. My dad had Parkinson's disease and he was high on sugary food and a lot of dairy. He couldn't do without it. Every day he had to have some kind of sugary breakfast to get him along. I'm not saying it's because of this habit that he developed Parkinson's, but this never helped him. I mean, I realized that later on in life that, we were not helping him out by giving him this kind of sugary meal. Added sugar definitely increases your blood pressure, your triglycerides, increases your cholesterol levels, and can cause cardiovascular diseases too. It obviously, the minute you keep on eating these sugary things, you may become insulin resistant also, means your cells are not able to absorb that insulin and your blood sugar levels are always high and elevated and it's always increasing and it will lead you to type 2 diabetes. And a lot of people come and say, पर मैंने तो कुछ नहीं खाया, मैंने तो sugar भी नहीं डाला चाय में, फिर भी मेरी sugar क्यों बढ़ गई? It's not just the sugar, but something that goes along with the sugar in your chai. If you're having that biscuit, you're having that rusk toast along with it, which is also causing you damage and actually spiking your insulin. So it's not just the sugar in your chai, it's the sugar that comes along with your nashta, with your farsan, with your snacks. Absolutely. Try eating something else which is non-sugary, like your nuts and seeds and peanuts and so many other things I can tell you. And these are obviously the added sugars have got no nutrient density in them. They're zero in calories. They're called dead foods. Has no vitamins, has no minerals in them. We're just using it as a time pass habit, as something just to, reward our brains and to punish our tummies. You're rewarding your brain, but you're damaging your gut. You're damaging a lot of internal organs by having continuous sugary foods. I had covered up a lot of things in my previous webinar called malnourishment and obesity. So if you want a recording, Shubham can send it to you later as such, but basically they do not meet up to our requirements. So added sugars is a little bit risky to have. Little bit, quite a lot. It can increase the risk of asthma, dental problems. A lot of kids that are having a lot of cavity problems and root canals. Even adults have them because sugar is very, very acidic in nature. So you're in and out, you're having dairy, you're having muesli, not muesli, I mean the cereals, and you're having so many sugary items like jams and cakes and pastries continuously. And even though you're brushing, it doesn't matter. The sugar intake is so high, it will decay your tooth, actually cause problem to your gums too. And how do you feel after eating something sugary? You should start observing it. Does it really fulfill your needs? Do you really feel hungry even after that? How soon do you feel hungry? Do you feel lethargic? Do you feel energetic? Please try noticing all that. And this obviously, as I said, it disrupts your gut also, and your immunity levels go down. You will not heal faster, especially diabetic people. If you've noticed, their healing is very, very slow and takes time because the immunity levels have also gone down low. And it promotes a lot of inflammation leading to chronic diseases. And I can give you certain examples of people, like there was a doctor who said he was completely off sugar and dairy since more than 50 years. And more than 50 years, he's never faced a bout of cold, cough, fever, and no diseases or illness. I mean, it's amazing. I can't recollect his name, but it's a true story. I will try looking it up and let you know later. And I had this client also who had continuous mucus generation, cold, cough after every 2-3 months, and high fever. And he was diagnosed with bronchial issues. And I was like, this doesn't feel right. How do I help him? So he was continuously latching onto sugary foods and dairy as his comfort food, because he used to tell me, hey, Ankush, this makes me feel comfortable. And I feel like eating only this kind of thing. And I was like, oh God, please listen to me. Please get off dairy, get off sugar, put him on to natural foods, healing foods. And I saw, and this guy was continuously on steroids, on antibiotics, and on nebulizers. And I was feeling very, very bad. And I was like, I have to help him out. And when I put him on the plant-based nutrition, it just took him a few months, and there was a huge transformation in his life where he is now antibiotic, steroid free, no nebulizers, no medications required at all. The minute he's down, also he uses a lot of these homemade remedies that I've suggested, and he's completely off these things, and he's living a hale and hearty life, and he's very, very healthy. So see what the kind of magic you can do to your body by rewarding yourselves, by not letting sugary things affect your body and your life. Anyone experiencing this can share this with me on the chat screen. Please go ahead and type if you feel you need to ask me or let me know something. Okay. So how much sugar are you consuming? 1 teaspoon of sugar is equal to 5 grams of sugar. 1 tablespoon is equal to 15 grams of sugar. So there you go. This is the math which you need to use when you're buying anything, any product from out, which definitely contains sugar. These are few of the examples I've given of sodas and muffins and tomato ka sauce. Usme bhi shakar hota hai, usme bhi sugar hoti hai. Then there is your energy drinks, your ice creams. You get plant-based ice creams also, which are supposed to be sugar-free as such. Baskin and Robbins has them. I'm not saying that you can't have these ice creams. I make homemade ice creams myself too. You can try a few of my recipes out on Ahar Shakti's channel that I've given. And when you see certain words like these out here on the screen called xylitol, erythritol, and stevia, rice malt syrup, these are very safe. You can go ahead and buy these kind of products. Definitely look out for them. Please note them down. Take your phones and take a snapshot if you want, because these are safe sweeteners to add or to bring into your houses. And the best of all is that very own coconut milk, your coconut, fresh coconut oil, your summer squash, which is pumpkin, sweet potato, ratalu, your cinnamons, and your whole fruits. Obviously, I love them. I mean, I can't do without them. My cherries and the jamuns and anything which is seasonal, even the mango, absolutely the best sweetener on earth, made by nature, made by God, only meant for humans and animals, of course, some of them. But we are not supposed to be having added sugar. This is part of the human nature now to run for these kind of things. So stay tuned, guys. Do not give up. Do not go away. There's a quiz coming up. I want you to be around because I want to understand whether you have really followed this or not. And please read the labels before buying sugary products, or not even sugary products, even your breads and baked goods, whatever, even your cereals. Understand what is there. It's very important to understand. शादी करने से पहले बायोडाटा मांगते हो, लड़की का सब देखते हो, कैरेक्टर कुंडली मंगवाते हो, खाने के लिए भी करो, खाने का भी करो, ऐसे कुंडली देखो, जो भी है उसका इंफॉर्मेशन देखो, and make sure you understand. You have your smartphones. Just look up what this particular thing means and what it contains, whether it's harmful or not. There are preservatives which are safe also. I'm not saying that. And there's a whole lot of list for that also. But do look it up. Very, very important in life. So just remember, keep your eyes open. Top sources of added sugar. Which is your favorite? Have a look quickly. Everyone loves something or the other from here, right? Everything is got sugar. Your sodas, your energy drinks, your sports drinks. उसमें sugar नहीं डालोगे तो you will never buy it. You will not even enjoy it. You will say कि ये क्या फायदे, तो पानी ले रहे हैं, हम लोग colored पानी ले रहे हैं. Colors भी होता है, which is also damaging for you. So without sugar, there is no life. It's like your sweet partner. It's your better half. You feel, and which is actually um, sleeping with the enemy. You are actually deep diving into something which is absolutely damaging you in the long run. Grain-based desserts like cakes, cookies, biscuits, savory sweets, mithais, so many of them. The Marwadis are so this thing, like they want to have malpuas in the morning. So many of us want to have our fancy croissants, donuts, jams in the morning for our breakfast. Yes, we can have this when we go on a holiday to Lonavala, Goa. Everything in the buffet is there. You will be tempted to eat it. But when you're at home, when you're working, wherever you can, try avoiding this for breakfast. Have it on your parties, on occasions, when on your celebrations. I'm not saying no, but start your breakfast not like this, but with a protein-based breakfast, which could be with natural added sugars. Fruit drinks, Real, Tropicana. Everyone feels it's healthy, right? I'm not too sure. I've not made it, but I do know that there is some kind of sugar, hidden sugar in it, because of which the whole juice is preserved. Do you think if you make that juice at home and you keep it in your fridge, will it last? No. And to make that one glass of juice, you will require at least 3 to 4 fruits of that particular orange or particular apple, right? So if you're consuming just one orange versus 4 oranges juice, what is more beneficial for you, the fruit or the juice? Juices will go inside easily, yes, I understand, more tasty also. A fruit isn't, right? So fruit versus juice, please think about it. How much sugar you're adding through that juice? There are alternatives to that also. Have your nimbu pani. When you're out also, you're traveling. Ganne ka juice is also good, but again, high in sugar. Once in a blue moon, it's fine, but it's very natural. If you're not diabetic, you can manage that. There are certain drinks that have come in, fermented drinks, which I had covered up in my previous webinar too. Some of them are called kombuchas or kefirs. You can try them out too. I'm kind of like, when I go for parties or get-togethers, my friends ask me, what are you drinking? What do you want to drink? So I tell them, please get me a kombucha. I'll carry my own. I'm kind of addicted to it, like not on daily basis, but when I go out. And it's very good. It's a prebiotic. It's got probiotic. It's probiotic in nature. It's very good for the gut also. So once in a while, you can have your kombuchas also. Just chill it up. Candies, I don't need to specify lollipops, candies, these sugary chocolates. We all know how good it is for us. Teas, coffees, chais, lattes, cappuccinos, frappuccinos, everything is embedded with sugar. And how do we avoid this? Is we switch over to detox teas, which are decaffeinated, which are herbal in nature, which will not make you have that cookie or that piece of cake or pastry along with your chai. Because chai के साथ तो कुछ तो चाहिए हमको. ऐसे खाली पेट हम नहीं चाय पी सकते, right? So these kind of homemade teas or detox teas or whatever you call them, herbal teas, organic teas, they will not want you to, they will satiate you. They're filled with antioxidants. They'll make you feel fuller fast, and you will not want to eat anything along with it. If you do feel the need, eat your desi chana, your peanuts, your makhanas, and many more other such nuts and seeds are there. You can add that along with your chai if you really have to eat. If you really have to have that cup of chai or coffee. So मैं तो एक ही चम्मच लेती हूँ मैं क्लाइंट से शक्कर में, क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? It's not that one chammach. It is adding calories. It's not only adding calories to your chai. I'm not saying that. It's not just that one spoon. Because of that one spoon, we are having so many other things along with it. We're having milk along with it. We're having our nashta, our farsan along with it. So there you see the kind of damage you've already done because of that one cup of chai. Have your tea, have it black, have your coffee, have it black if you want, but more advisable is to go for something which is herbal in nature. Ready to eat cereals, Kellogg's, mommies, daddies who are working, fussy eaters, fussy children. हमको सिर्फ cereal खाना है, cornflakes खाना है breakfast में. Sorry to say, I've disappointed you, but cereals like this are a no-no for kids. It's actually damaging their gut, their brains, their immunity, and a lot of other things, adding to their obesity too. It's very tempting to buy, yes. You get these mueslis in the market. Please read the labels again, whether they contain sugar or not. They could be made without sugar. They could be adding raisins, sweeteners, natural sweeteners to them, your dates to them, apricots are there, anything which is made by nature, the dry fruits, or any kind of thing which you've just learned about. If you feel you relate to it, you understand it, look out for those kind of items. But I would say, sorry to say, do not feed your children, especially these ready to eat cereals, which are like similar to cornflakes. Please understand, it's very important. You can have your oats, which are steel made, steel cut, or rolled oats also, but please avoid these kind of cereals. What about sugars and honey? Honey, yes, everyone thinks it's so healthy, you must have it, it's for slimming. But look at the kind of calories it's got. That is also high in sugar. Honey is actually bees' food. It is we humans who are intervening into stepping onto their food and grabbing it for us. It's used for medicinal purpose. It's used for healing purpose. You cannot have it on daily basis, especially if you're diabetic. Have it in the morning, like they say, garam pani mein piyo. Yes, have a teaspoon, fine. If you're an active person, please go ahead and have it. But try avoiding as much as you can. There are much more better sweeteners, which I'll be showing you later on, which will be very helpful. The bread does contain sugar in it, and because when the sugar is added to the bread, the yeast is feeding on the sugar for the bacteria to rise. That's how the bread will rise. That's how the bread will become moist. So how do we avoid this also? I make a lot of homemade breads also, but it's not practical for everyone. So if you are making at home, instead of using sugar, what do I use? I use dates. Yes, it gives you the same effect and a better taste also. It adds moisture to your breads, and your yeast does rise up with the dates also. I've learned this also a lot, and I'm very, very happy that I'm doing it the natural way. Syrups and toppings on your salad dressings. Fun Foods, American Garden, a lot of other brands are there. See, I'm still not, going much to that section to check out what's new over there, because that does not interest me at all. But I'm aware of certain brands like this. हम तो salad खा रहे, तो हमको dressing डालना है. So मेरा food is very healthy because I'm having salad. No, salad is not the only food in life. There's much more beyond this. If you're having a salad, make your own homemade dressing, like desi nimbu and your rock salt on it. It really tastes wonderful. You can make your hummus dips and your avocado dips, your nut butter, seed butters, so many other things you can make. If you're having dahi or yogurt, you can have those as dressings also. Add a little bit of maple syrup or honey sometimes to it. Your peanut butter, your peanuts, you can add to it. Your kothmeer ka chutney and your dates ka meetha chutney, imli ki chutney. There you go, guys. You get lovely salads, absolutely. And if you add those hummus and avocado dips, it becomes a wholesome meal. I have a big, beautiful recipe on Ahar Shakti's YouTube channel on how to make your salads wholesome so that you don't feel hungry and you don't think that it's a salad khaya, kakdi, kande, tomato ka. No, there's much more. How to make your salads more nutritional, more healthier, more wholesome, that you're just full with this. So keep thinking of what I'm saying, and why these kind of salad dressings, barbecue sauces, Subway ke sauces, mayonnaise, McDonald's ke burgers mein, all these things are adding to your weight, your obesity, your diabetes, your sugar levels, so many other things I can tell you about. This can go on and on. So if I have not covered anything here, you can put up in the chat box and let me know if there's something that you need to ask me. Please ask me. Do these really have sugar? I'm sorry, I missed that question. Which flour for diabetes? Anything which is gluten-free is very beneficial for diabetes. Rajgire ka atta. No, jaggery is also very high on sugar. It spikes your insulin. It's again used for certain healing purposes. Again, to give you energy. Stevia sugar is, yes, helpful. Stevia is not called sugar exactly. It's made out of leaves. So it is very helpful for diabetic patients. Butter chicken. If it's made in cream and in sugar, obviously, how can it be healthy? Butter chicken. Millets, yes, definitely go for them. Very, very beneficial. Very, very good. I eat a lot of millets myself. All right, so we'll go on to the next one. I'm sorry, I may not be able to cover up everything right now because we don't have so much time. So some of them we are already aware that what sugar does to our body. We are already aware of these common things, but it also ages our body. It wrinkles up our body. It inhibits the collagen production in our body, our joints. We have issues with our joints. The more sugary it gets in our body, the joints suffer a lot. We have insomnia problem. We are not able to sleep well because we're so high on sugar. We face dizziness, allergies, hair loss, ADD and ADHD, attention deficit, hyperactivity disorder, seen in lot of children because of the sugary foods that they're latched onto right since they're born. We are giving them cereals all the time, jams all the time, cakes all the time, like I mentioned before. They're always high on sugar. They're always running around, jumping on the sofas. They were wild in the restaurants. I've experienced it myself with kids, and they go, in the garden. You see them. The behavioral issues. They have so many things. Everything is there because sugar is actually a liquid death that we are giving to our body, to our children, and this is going to be causing us harm, not right now because you're young, but in the long run. Absolutely, you will be seeing the damages later on, not now. And then you'll say, मैंने तो कुछ नहीं किया, मैं तो सिर्फ healthy खाते थे. That doesn't work like that. So the fructose in the sugar is actually freaking out our liver. It is turned into the fat, the extra, जो जितना body को use करना, how much ever it wants to use, it will use, and whatever is extra is stored in the liver, and that is not being used will eventually turn into fat. Okay, so it is not used as energy anymore, it's turned into fat, and then the insulin, the extra insulin starts getting produced. Absolutely becomes higher and higher and starts spiking our insulin. So we have these two hormones in our body which are playing ping pong or table tennis. They are called leptin and ghrelin. Okay, so don't get psyched by these words, but just to understand what it does is basically it stimulates our appetite. Like ghrelin bolega, मुझे भूख लग रही है, so like tell the leptin to the signal to the brain, to the leptin, and say, yeah, come to the kitchen, come eat more. Okay, then you're full. But it says eat some more. Abhi aur bhi khana hai. Some more is there. Go for a second helping. So it goes again for the second helping. This is like a vicious cycle that stimulates your appetite, and then your food is getting stored into fat basically because the more and more you're eating, the more and more these hormones are very happy. They're called happy hormones. They keep your body happy. They keep your mind happy, but not your gut. It is actually damaging your internal organs inside. So just remember this. But what is the keyword here? Can someone type in for me? Very important. What is the keyword that I am looking for, which will make me understand that you understood this? Come on, type, guys. Yes, beetroot juice is good. What is the keyword in the screen? You can't let me know. I'll have to let it out. But please type pass if you understood. No, the keyword is insulin. Yes. Everything eventually leads to spike in the insulin. So yes, Kinjan, I think you typed it a bit late, but you've got it right. Insulin is the key word. Very, very happy to know that you guys are responding, that you're taking interest, because this is your health also. We are talking about your family members, your loved ones, your friends, whoever is in need, whoever you can guide. Definitely. Fructose is part of the sugar, yes, but the key word is basically it spikes your insulin level, which you can become diabetic if it goes on and on like this. These are some of the tips and tricks that I've been guiding and teaching people. Very simple. How to replace the sugars when you're baking, cooking. Instead of sugar, use your unsweetened applesauce. Easy to make again. You use low or no calorie sweeteners, which I'm going to be sharing ahead also, which is meant for cooking and baking. Desserts and sweets. Try to have your frozen can of fresh fruits. Obviously, I'll always give it preference. Then your sugary desserts, ready-made traditional desserts, the mithais. Make it at home if you can, and enjoy the goodness of sweets. You can even have something like if you have a sugar craving after your meals, have your dark chocolates, which are 80% and above. I advise that. Very, very high on antioxidants, will curb your cravings also. Very, very beneficial. So 80% dark chocolate and our very own soft. Fennel seeds, very, very good in curbing your appetite and gives you the satisfaction in your mouth. I'm not talking about the mukwas. The mukwas have got a lot of sugar in them. I'm talking about the plain, simple, soft. Add that to you after your meals to get that kind of thing. कि मुझे कुछ खाना है sugary. Dressing and sauces, which I've covered up earlier also, ketchup, barbecue sauces. Try to switch over to homemade versions of your dips and hummus, your dahi ka, your chutneys, whatever peanuts, your nuts and butters. Swap them from the store-bought salad dressings and sauces. Your granolas, like similar to the cereals that I was talking about earlier, you get granolas with lots of nuts and seeds, the unsalted ones, with raisins and dried fruits, obviously unsweetened. There are a lot of these, you get these candied aulas and jamuns. Candied means what? Basically, they add sugar to it and then they roll it up into a little cube and you're supposed to just pop it in your mouth thinking it's healthy. Aula cannot be sweet in nature. It's khatta. But they candy it for you so that you can have it and you think it's healthy. Absolutely no there again. So whole grain cereals, if it's written there also, please do not just buy the word, buy the product. Also, please look at the ingredient. If there is any sugar content in them, anything that's ending in O's, O-S-E, O's, fructose, galactose, whatever is the lactose, anything in O's, you see, you know that there's sugar in it. Skip the candies, obviously. Skip the lollipops. Especially for children, don't get them addicted to it. Once in a blue moon, it's different. But the minute you get them started, every week they'll want as a kind of reward. Soda, soft drinks, swap them with the kind of flavored waters. You just add your nimbus or your cucumber, strawberry, any fruit you like, and put it in a refrigerate in the water, in the fridge with water in a glass jar and take it along with you in the morning. Why are we buying these products called Active and Ocean, I think, which is like 50 and 80 rupees you're paying for flavored water, is simply घर में ही बन जाएगा 5-10 रुपए में. उसको just fridge में डालो and cool it and have it. Give you the same kind of, or have your nimbu pani. That's the best thing you can do. Yes, tea and coffee में, if you can cut back on your sugars, not even honey, not even jaggery, no syrups, will be absolutely good. And no date syrups also here. Cinnamon is got its own sweetness. Add cinnamon to your teas and whatever beverages that you want. Your mints, your nutmegs, your nimbu. Absolutely good to go. No need to add anything to your coffee and chai. Try cutting back over there. See a difference in not only in your weight. Don't only think about weight loss. Think about your disorders and illnesses. That is what I specialize in, helping you wean off disorders. Okay, here are the 5 surprising natural sweeteners which you may not have thought of. Some of you may be aware of this. Some of you already know about this. And here, did someone say something? Yes. If there's some background noise, can someone mute themselves? All right, sorry. These are the 5 natural sweeteners. Yes, you'll be surprised. You must have not even heard of them, some of them. Yeah, but very, very good. Very low on calorie, literally no calories in stevia and monk fruit. Stevia leaves, which you've seen a picture over here, is used. You can use very little of it because it's very, very sugary in taste. But actually, it's not sugar. It's made from leaves. It's plant-based. So you can use a bit of stevia in your baking goods. You can use erythritol in cakes. It's used. It's just 0.24 calories per gram. Xylitol also can be used. All these do not spike your insulin levels. Someone, please, I'm requesting you. Please mute yourself. A lot of disturbance. Everyone is getting disturbed here. I'm really sorry about that. Okay. Yacon is a root vegetable which is found in South America, but fortunately nowadays it's available here in a syrup form, which is also again safe to have. You can call for it online. Amazon is selling yacon and monk fruit sweeteners, which are very, very safe. A lot of nutritionists will definitely say the same thing, that monk fruit and yacon syrups are very safe. Literally no calories. So go ahead, take a snapshot of this, write down these things. These are very good sweeteners besides our very own dates. Dates is also high in calories, but very, very safe and very, very beneficial. Will give you a lot of energy, iron, magnesium, a lot of vitamins and minerals, definitely. But the other 5, what I'm talking about, are also very low in calorie compared to the dates and can be added to our breads and other kind of goods that require preservatives, or your jams, or baked goods. Very, very nice to taste also. It's not bad to taste. And of course, I mentioned the dark chocolate and the fennel seeds here. Any more you want to share with me? If I have not covered up here in this screen, you want to ask something, please go ahead. The quiz is coming up. Stay tuned. So if no one wants to know, I'm going ahead. Nutrition reading, nutrition facts panel, label reading, ingredient reading. All these are very, very important when you buy these store-bought grocery shop. You go to grocery shops, please, if you're picking up something which is packed, whether it's bread or cake or cookies or whatever it is, it's cheese, anything, please look out for these labels. This is a sample given here, which will tell you the amount of the quantity and the calories that it has in it. There's a small example that I've given here is, suppose you're buying something, a product which has got 15 grams of sugar. You just multiply it by 4 calories. That is 60 calories of plain just getting it from sugar alone. What about the other ingredients? The fat, the protein, the carbohydrate part. So it keeps on adding, and your calorie values keep on increasing. So learn to read the labels. This is my specialty. When I take my clients to the supermarket, they love it. I help them, I teach them. This is a whole new re-education for these people, so that, they understand what I'm talking about. I help them pick up the right things, help them keep away the wrong things. And, this helps them a lot in understanding and picking up natural foods. Yes, you get natural foods in the store also. I'm not saying that. But please make a promise to yourself that you will carefully read these, the labels, the ingredients which are printed on these. And these farsan shops, these grocery shops, they purposely don't print, but according to food manufacturing guidelines, we are supposed to print each and every ingredient and content on the product before selling them. And this is most of the branded foods you will find, but you will not find them in unbranded and local farsans, because they're scared to tell you what they're putting in. It could be that palm oil, it could be sugar, because they have to maintain the shelf life of the product. Without sugar, तो वो मर ही जाएगा. जिंदगी खराब बोलते हैं ना बिना शक्कर के. तो वैसे ही the snacks, the farsans that you see, the chivras, everything has got sugar in it and palm oil, which will increase the shelf life and make it very, very tasty. But again, if you don't read the labels and buy, you are going to suffer in the long run. So again, it's a request, read your labels. If you don't understand anything, get in touch with me, message me. I'll try and help you out for sure. Any questions regarding this, regarding label reading? You get a lot of information. If it's a good brand, they definitely give you good information, the right kind of information. Then you're not worried. Like I buy these products, biscottis which I buy, which are sugar-free, which are not made in sugar at all. Only natural sugars they add to it. They add dates to it. Again, date syrup is a little bit dicey here, but dates is something definitely don't mind having. The xylitol, erythritol, a bit of maple syrup. Just look at the grams. Absolutely, how much it is in quantity also, and how much you're putting in your body. So how to get rid of the cravings? I had covered that up in my Eating Smarter webinar earlier, which we can share with you again later if you want to. But these are some of the points I'm covering. One is go alkaline. Add greens to your food. How much ever you want, you can. I start my day with a green smoothie. I move on to the green matcha tea, which keeps me energetic. Absolutely. I put greens in my salad. I put greens in everything, my bhajis. I am a green lady, and I'm absolutely feeling wonderful and high on energy after putting greens into my life. I'm very, very happy. It's a detox. It's my cravings have gone. I'm not only talking about myself, a lot of other people, the clients. The minute they go on greens, you start curbing your cravings, especially for sugary things. So drink more of your greens if you can't eat them. Very important. The next one is you can add more protein to your diet. The Indian food is very, very rich in carbohydrate. We add a lot of proteins, a lot of carbohydrate kind of food, where we start our breakfast with upma, poha, absolutely again high on carbohydrate. I'm not saying they're bad or something, but if you want to start your day, start with the protein besides the smoothie that I was talking about, or add your protein to your smoothie. A lot of recipes are there on my YouTube channel, Ahar Shakti. You'll get very good ideas. We've spoken a lot about protein, how to inculcate them in your diet. Add them because it's rich in fiber. Also, it is a little bit acidic in nature. Yes, I'm not saying that, but definitely it'll keep you fuller for longer. You know, you're curbing you'll curb your cravings a lot if you have protein and high fat. You will feel fuller for longer. Your hunger hormone, you remember which one? I'm not naming it here. All right, your hunger hormone will ask, your hunger pangs will go down and your cravings will subside by having a high protein and a high fat diet, or a moderate protein and a high fat diet, low on carbs. Absolutely. Enjoy it on a Sunday if you want. So start your day with a protein-based breakfast. Very, very important. I'll be very happy to know if you guys are doing this, whatever I'm saying. Please message me later on or get in touch with me and say, Ankush, I have started doing this. Be the most happiest person or not. So here's the quiz, guys. Get a pen and paper. Start typing out here, if not on your pen and paper. Please give me answers to these 6 questions. Type all the 6 answers together, it becomes difficult otherwise, for us to judge who's giving all the 6 answers correct. I have to choose my 3 winners. Very, very important that you understood what I've taught and that you were paying attention. Very important for me. How to get rid of cravings. We just learned it. Natural sugar replacements. I just spoke about it. Don't just give one answer at a time, please. I'm requesting you, please, if you need time, we have a couple of more slides. You can still answer them together. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 together, please. Very, very important. I need all the answers super easy. There's just one word or just one line, or don't need to explain it. Just give me the answers. 2 hormones that regulate your blood sugar. Just spoke about them. I've covered everything up. I'm not hiding anything here. So it's a very, very simple, easy quiz. Yes, with Anita. You have answered something. Okay, fine. Very good. Yes. No, it's not gherkin. Sorry, Nita. Is that a typo error? Yes, you're right. It's ghrelin actually. No problem. Spelling is no worries, Nita. But you're right. You're bang on. Don't worry about it. Nita's got it. Going to copy paste. Do it. All right. So keep typing. Keep coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Yes, Ramakrishna. So it looks like a copy paste job, but I like it. But keep these words in your mind. Very important. It's going to be very helpful for you. That's why I'm emphasizing on them. Very important. This quiz is very, very important to make me understand that you've learned something from me today. That's my takeaway, that you have all learned something from me today. I love to share information, love to share my knowledge, love helping people out. I'm very passionate about it. So guys, please make it, worth it. Absolutely for me to feel happy today. Very nice, Kinjan. So you guys have been paying attention somewhat or the other. Very nice. So we move on a little bit ahead. You guys can still keep typing. Shubham will identify. Okay, something very important that you need to do for yourself every day is your own affirmations, which will help you get along in life. And this is what I say to myself, one of the things.
My testimonial to and for myself have been there. Get that fat toned body that you've always dreamt of, Ankush. But I'm not young that anymore was a serious doubt in my mind. And my heart said, you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. I choose to feel good about myself each day. Every morning, I remind myself that I can make the choice to feel good. This is a new habit that I have started to cultivate. The future belongs to the invincible. Get good, get better, be the best. Be the inspiration for others to follow. Create the ripple effect. Success came to me from doing positive things constantly and calling myself a lioness who never gives up. Keeping myself motivated all the time cultured into a habit that kept me going every time, making it a lifestyle and not a duty. So, do you want junk food you've craved for an hour or the body you've craved for a lifetime? And once you see the results, it becomes an addiction. A woman is unstoppable after she realizes she deserves better.
So you see the addiction that I have developed. Want you guys to develop a similar addiction of doing your self affirmations every day to yourself. Talk to yourself in front of the mirror. Say something nice to yourself and see yourself how the day goes. Okay, this is a little message from someone you know.
If you want to take a healthy choice and want to lead a very happy and healthy life, then log on to www.aharshakti.com, started by our family friend Ankush Bhatia. So what are you waiting for? Just go ahead and take the guidance from the expert.
Thank you, Manoj, for being such a big support to me. So you guys know him so well. I don't need to introduce him, but Rushant Pragwat is and Shubham are helping me from iStrategist organize these wonderful webinars. Thank you so much, both of you all, for being around and organizing this for me. And this is a small message of me becoming a coach and why it's so important. Please hear me out.
For the past couple of years, my mission has been to be India's most inspirational nutritional health coach who helps individuals be better, healthier, and stronger versions of themselves, thus creating a ripple effect on the planet. As a result of working with me on my program, I'm happy to say that so many have been able to transform into the best versions of themselves. But don't just take my word for it. Check out on my website as to what some of my clients have to say about their success stories and experience with Ahar Shakti. Be sure to browse through my online platform, that is www.aharshakti.com, where you can learn more about the Ahar Power program. This is Integrative Nutrition Health Coach Ankush Bhatia from Ahar Shakti. That's the power of food. If you have any questions, feel free to drop me a message, and until we meet in person, remember, a healthy mind, body and soul helps create a healthier planet. Would love to hear from you soon. Bye for now. In the meantime, do subscribe to my YouTube channel Ahar Shakti to learn something new every time.
Okay, everyone, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it and really enjoyed